free yet still sold. Life is so cold. Do what you're told. It's all you have. We're waking up. We're waking up. Sorry if I can't maintain the stare anymore. My eyes grow tired now. I must lay in the ground and go to sleep now forever. Forever. We grow so old, there's no time. Everything is so big through young eyes. Sorry if I can't maintain the smile anymore. It's been so long and I can't remember now what it was.
All right, well, it's day 15 on the school bus, and it's coming along. I haven't done a whole lot today. I haven't had much time, but what we've got going on is the insulation. The insulation's going in between the framing, and this is going to have a plywood over it, some sort. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to use. And then over on this side, same thing, and the windows will be cut out. The flooring's in 90%, bench seats going in. I took this old kitchen table and decided to use it just temporarily in here, and I might hack it down and say take, I don't know, take 8 inches off one side and end up using it. We'll see. So out here, that's what I really wanted to show. You know, I was a carpenter for a long time, and I acquired all kinds of random wood and stuff from the different projects I did. So I got this piece right here that I just found up in my up in the rafters in the garage there. I'm not sure exactly. You know, at first I thought it was purple heart. It doesn't look purple, so I'm thinking it might be like a Brazilian walnut. It's very possible, but I know it's one of those very expensive woods, and this thing, this thing weighs so much. It weighs as much as a like a real 2x6 wood of the same size. It's ultra heavy. So what I need to do is get out these burn marks with the sander. And the reason I never used this, and why I've got a bunch of nice wood that I don't use, is because it just destroys your sandpaper, and it destroys your tools. This is from a jointer. I have a jointer in the garage where you can take rough cut lumber and trim it down. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to get this out of here. See if I can't desand it. Or deburn it one way or another. See that this thing is deep. Now I should be using like a 120 grit or 100 grit for this, but I think I'm using like 220. It's a little bit harder to get this fresh stuff off, especially with wood this thick. It's burly wood. So anyhow, that's what I'm up to today, and then I'm going to use this piece maybe up in the top somewhere, maybe somewhere that looks really cool. That's my plan anyway, so we'll see how it comes along. Don't forget to emerge. Alright, well, we sanded it down. You can see the spot here where it hasn't quite come out yet, and that was a lot of sanding. But I just wanted to make a special note for anybody who's cutting jungle wood. Always wear a mask because there's a lot of irritants in there, and some of the jungle woods, you know, they tend to be more irritating on the lungs and mucous membranes. But you know, it doesn't look like much over here until moisten it up a little bit. Absolutely beautiful wood. So once I wipe this whole thing down, of course this will dry really fast, but this just shows what's going to happen once I put a varnish coat on it, you know? Because it's going to be gorgeous. Just use natural mineral oil. Look how fast that dries. It's crazy. It's because the wood is so non-porous. I made a xylophone set or a marimba set out of these. I haven't quite finished it yet, but what's up? Something every kid's bed has to have. Crusty, dried on gum. Yum. Working on getting these bolts out from this wheelchair lift here, and it's a lot easier than I anticipated. I always figure everything's going to take longer than it really does. So to come down here, and what I have is the 4 screws over here, and then there were 4 screws over here. Now the very last one, of course, the bolt got stuck and it started spinning in place, so I just hacked it. But I hacked the ends off with the Sawzall. And once I have them finished, like so, just tap them up. Now all the bolts are accessible in the top, which means that this thing should be in a precarious position now. And that's what we want. Now I've just got to find some help to get it out of here, and we're good to go. This is perhaps one of the most rewarding parts of the new bus process, so I figured I'd document it. I pull this thing. Oh, got that one out already. Trash. Now, for a little cleaning, maybe. Nice, beautiful, beautiful. And good for a year. I don't even think I have to take it in to have a emissions testing on it because of the age. I'm not sure. Here we go. Hand tighten them. And we got plates.